Hey learner, this is Nilesh Borate. In this video we have to see the installation of the Python. Okay, so in Python there are the several ways to run the Python code. So default installation of Python is that open your browser and search the Python download text. Okay, so after that you have to getting the first link. So this link is from the python.com website. Open this link and download the setup and install. So this setup is the default, the Python interpreter. Okay, so this is the Python interpreter setup. Okay, so next one is that there are the three main types of an environment: text editor, IDE and the notebook environment. Okay, so in text editor, it is a general editor for the any text file. It is work with a variety with the plugins and add-on. Keep in mind, most are not designed with only Python in mind. Okay, so most popular text editors are the Sublime Text and the Atom. Okay, so go to sublimetext.com website and download and install this setup. Okay, but remember this thing is that this editor is like a Notepad++. Okay, so we have to save this program and you have to run. So requirement of this editor is that there is a need of an interpreter in your machine. Okay, so this Sublime Text is not a free, but it is unlimited free trial version. Means that they again and again pop up dialog for the purchasing the license. Okay, so in that editor you can save the program in .py extension. So we cannot install this editor. We can install the one interpreter and the one IDE. Second one is that the full IDE. IDE means the integrated development environment, which is designed specifically for the Python larger programs. Okay, so only community editors are the free. Okay, so remember this thing. So most popular IDE is that the PyCharm and the Spider. Okay, so there are the two versions, mostly community and the pro. Community are the free and the pro are mostly used in a company, which is the paid version. In pro version there are the more features for the general web framework, web development, etc. Okay, so Spider are popular for the people coming in from the MATLAB into the Python. Okay, so these are the two IDEs available in a Python. So next one is that the notebook environment. So it is a great for learning. See input and output next to the each other. Also pass the multiple input and output all in one in notebook. So notebook can split up your code into the different cell and then run pieces of your code by running the individually. Okay, so they support inline markdown notes, visualization, videos and many more. The special file format that are not .py. Okay, so most popular notebook environment is that the Jupyter notebook. Okay, so this is a very grateful for learning. Jupyter is also used in the data science, machine learning, because you can see the visualization and your code input right next the output. Okay, so we have to see the one by one the installation. So going to installation mode. So first I can open my browser. Okay, and here I can use the google.com. So open my Google account. Here I can type the Python download. Okay, and this is the first link. Here I can click the first link. So see here, download Python 3.8.2. So this is the latest version of a Python. So in last video I have told that the 3.7, but 3.8.2 is the latest version of a Python. Okay, see here version which released in 14th October 2019. Okay, so previous one is the 3.7, 6, 5 and 2.7 version. Okay, so this is the maintenance status, 2.7 end of life maintenance. So these are the security and these are the bug fix. Okay, and here there is a release notes available. Okay, see here in April 20, 2020 Python 2.7.18 release notes here. Okay, and these are the some versions. So now here I can click the download Python 3.8.2. I can click here. So my downloading will starting. So this is the almost 25 MB setup. Okay, so we have to wait till downloading. Okay, my downloading will finished, and see here this is the Python interpreter. Okay, so I can double click this setup. Okay, so this is installed. Now here I can add Python 3.8 to path. You can check this checkbox. Okay, so install now. Okay, setup was successful. I can close this window. See here, this is a common setup for the 32-bit and 64-bit. Okay, so this version is supported only the Windows. If you have the other operating system like the Linux, Mac OS, so click this link and install this setup. Okay, so this is the Python interpreter. So remember this thing that. So I can open this my Python 3.8 command prompt. Okay, so this is the command prompt in Windows and the shell script in the Linux. Okay, so see here we can test the some commands in Python. So first is the print hello. Okay, so see here hello, and you can directly calculate the two numbers. 3 plus 2 is the 5. Okay, so my Python interpreter is successfully installed. So now we have to install the IDE, that is the PyCharm IDE. Okay, so see that how to install this IDE. So I can close this window. Again I have to go into google.com. Okay, so here I can type PyCharm download. Okay, so this is the first link. First link is that the jetbrains.com. So click this link. See here you have to see the two options, professional and the community. Okay, so this is the pure Python development. This is the free and the open source, and this is the free trial versions. Means after some period you have to purchase this license copy of this PyCharm. Okay, now we have to install this community software. So I can download this first. So click here the download. Okay, then here my downloading will start here. So this is around 267 MB. Okay, so we have to wait till downloading. See here downloading is finished. Okay, so I can double click this setup. Okay, see here I can double click this. Okay, I can click here the next. So here I can check the 64-bit launcher. Okay, and here I can check the default extension is that the .py. Then here I can click the next, and here install. Okay, okay, see here I can click the run PyCharm community edition and then finish. See here I can confirm these the terms and condition, then continue. So see here I can click the don't send. Okay, so this is the PyCharm community. So see here user has to ask the themes. So this is the Dracula and this is the light theme. So this is the dark theme and this is the light theme. Okay, so choose anyone. Here I can click the light theme. Okay, and click the next. So these are the some extra features you want to install. So this is the R language support, AWS toolkit and the IDE. Okay, so now we have to skip all this installation, directly start using the PyCharm. Okay, okay, here I can create the new project, then here to pass the one name. So my first program. Okay, so here select the location. So this is my default location, then create. Okay, here we can create the first project. So I can close this tip window. see here, this is your the first project. Okay, so these are the some files. Okay, so these are the script folder, lib folder. Okay, so these are the libraries. So these are default libraries available. Okay, so these are my script. Okay, so here I can add new file. So my file name is that the first. Okay, I can enter this. So see here, the type of that file is that the Python. Okay, and I can press the OK. Okay, see here, I can type the print hello. Okay, then going to run, and I can press this run button. So shortcut is that the Alt Shift F10. Okay, so I can click here. Okay, so after clicking this window, see here, some processing will work here. So allow this access. Okay, so again here I can run this window. Okay, and the first program, see here, this is the output hello. Okay, so this is the PyCharm ID. Okay, so we have to install on third step. So third step is that the notebook environment. Okay, so see here, I can close this window, exit. Okay, so here I can click on Windows here, Python. Okay, see here, this is the command prompt. Okay, and this is the IDE Python 3.8 32-bit. You can also click this IDE. Okay, so by using this IDE, you can also use some code. So this is like the command prompt. Okay, so here I can type the hello. See here, hello 3 plus 2 5. Okay, so you can run the basic program of Python by using this Python shell scripting ID, or by using the Python command prompt, or by using the PyCharm community editor. Okay, so this editor is very helpful for the very large programs. Okay, see the installation of the notebook environment. Okay, so I have already installed this notebook environment. So which one is that? So I can install this Anaconda navigator. So this navigator is useful in the running the program in the Python. Okay, so I have already installed this setup. So I can see you how to install this. So I can going to google.com. Okay, then here I can type Anaconda distribution. Okay, so this is the first link, Anaconda Python R distribution, free download. So I can click this link. Okay, so this is the Anaconda individual edition. So this is the latest version of the Anaconda distribution. So I can click this download link. So this is the Python 3.7 version and the Python 2.7 version. Okay, so we have already see that the interpreter is that the 3.8.2. okay, but in Anaconda distribution the Python 3.7 is the latest version. So by using the 32-bit or the 64-bit the operating system, here I can click the 64-bit operating system. Okay, so I can install this version. Okay, so we have to wait till my setup will completed. Okay, see here downloading is finished here. Okay, so we can double click this setup. Okay, see here I can click the next, agree. So click the next. This is the installation folder. So this is not empty, please choose a different location because already I have the one setup. Okay, so students, you can try on your machine. Click on next and finish this setup. Okay, so after finishing, see here, if you can click this Anaconda. Okay, so this is the Anaconda navigator, so I can click this window. So these are loading some files. Okay, see here, I can click the OK. So these are the different options available in this Anaconda navigator. So this is the Jupyter Lab, Notebook, Spider, then Orange 3, RStudio, VS Code. Okay, so you can also install these additional libraries in this navigator. Okay, but here I can launch this Jupyter Notebook, so I can click here this launch button. Okay, see here, after clicking this button, so directly going to your browser. Okay, so this is the local host, this is one port number 8888. Okay, and this is the folders, okay, where the Anaconda is installed. Okay, so there is no need to require the internet connections. Okay, so this is the offline setup. So this is like the Apache Tomcat server, okay, or the PHP WAM server or XAMPP server. Okay, so here I can create the one folder. So this folder is that, see here, my folder is that Python program. Okay, so I can click this folder. So inside this I can create the many files. So here we can create the new file here. Okay, so how to create new, see here, going to this side and I can click this notebook Python 3. Okay, so if you can click this Python 3, then on new tab, opening a new window here. Okay, so we can save this window. So see here, on topmost untitled one is the name of this window. So I can click here and I can change this name, Python _ YouTube _ tutorial. Okay, and I can rename this file. Okay, so see in here folder, so this file is created, Python YouTube tutorial. So extension is that IPYNB. Okay, so this is the extension, so IPython notebook. Okay, so here you can see that I can print hello. Okay, and if you can click, so going to next line. Okay, but if you want to run this, here in toolbar there is a run button, so I can click this. So this is your output. Okay, again 5 plus 2, if you can run this, this is the 7. Okay, so advantage of this Anaconda distributor is that, or the Jupyter is that, if you can log out or you can close this window. Okay, first I can log out this window, then I can close. See here I can close. Okay, and this is your Anaconda navigator. You can close this navigator. Okay, I can quit this. Okay, so on next time, if you can open this again Anaconda navigator, you see that what is the advantages of that Jupyter notebook. Okay, same here, I can click here the Jupyter notebook launch. Okay, okay, so going to this Python folder, if you want to create the new folder, okay, so inside this and click here the folder and give the name of your folder. Okay, so this is the folder, and if you can click this folder, so this is my file. If you can click this file, see here, your all input and output is saved in that file. Okay, so this is the main advantages of this Anaconda distributor Jupyter notebook. Okay, but if you can open this command prompt, okay, see here, for every time the new command prompt will be open here. All previous commands and all the previous script commands will closed when you closing this terminal. They cannot save any temporary file. Okay, see here I can click the print hello. Okay, and this is the 5 plus 2 7, and if you can close this window and next time you can open, see here this window is open in a fresh. All the previous command will not save the any temporary file. Okay, and next one is that this is the IDE. So Python, so similar this IDE also, this IDE is like the command prompt. Okay, you can print hello. Okay, enter, this is hello. Okay, you can also save here, you can create the new file, and in that file you can save your the program print hello. Okay, then you can save this file. So save in any location. So now I have to save in desktop. So this is the hello. Okay, I can save this file. Okay, and I can run module and run this file here. Okay, so by using this IDE you can save this file and you can run. Okay, but when you can close this IDE or the shell script and you can open Python IDE, see here this is again fresh IDE. Okay, but here, so all these input and output next to the each other and they are automatically saved. Okay, means that today you have to test the 10 to 20 commands. Okay, so these 10 to 20 commands you have input as well as the output. Okay, and you can close this Jupyter notebook, and on next time you have to open this Jupyter, you have all these content, means all these 14 to 20 input and output commands are stored into this notebook editor. Okay, so my preference is that if you can learn the basic Python, so you can use the basic command prompt like this or IDE. Okay, but my preference is that you can use this Anaconda distributor. Okay, because you have to save this input as well as the output in a one file. So I have already shown you that how to install the PyCharm IDE, because in some companies or some development firm PyCharm can be used. That's why I have to show you how to install the PyCharm. Okay, we cannot use the PyCharm in this tutorial. Okay, I have to use this Jupyter notebook. Okay, so students, you have to install, first one is that the Python interpreter, and next one is that this Anaconda Jupyter. Okay, so if you have any queries, then comment on your query in comment box. Likes and subscribe this channel. See you on next video. Thank you.